Marcus Hale always said every system could be protected, every weakness could be patched, every password could be changed. He just never thought the vulnerability would be his own marriage. The apartment smelled like fresh coffee and burnt toast that morning. Sunlight poured through the window while Tessa, his wife of 7 years, adjusted her ring light.
"Good morning, loves," she chirped into the lens, her voice sugar-sweet. "Welcome back to my real morning routine with my amazing husband."
Marcus smiled weakly from the background, half hidden behind the kitchen island. She turned the camera toward him.
"Say hi, babe." He waved, the red light blinked, and for 3 seconds, they looked perfect. When the camera stopped recording, so did her warmth. "Can you move, please?" she said, eyes glued to her screen. "The shadows are throwing off my lighting."
Marcus stepped aside. You want coffee?
"No carbs, no caffeine," she murmured. "Content only." He chuckled softly, masking the sting. He used to love mornings, the quiet before the world logged on. But now, every day began with hashtags, filters, and her curated smile. He still told himself it was normal, modern love in HD.
That night, as Tessa showered, her second phone vibrated on the counter. The wallpaper flashed for half a second. Eli C_fit. Marcus didn't open it. He just watched the notification fade away.
Low ambient hum rises. He worked in cybersecurity. Firewalls, penetration tests, cloud encryption, secrets were his business. Still, that tiny vibration planted a seed. And by midnight, curiosity became command line. He opened her forgotten email backup just to check settings. What he found were fragments of conversations, pieces of a puzzle someone had tried to delete. Same sweet tomorrow? Can't wait. Heart emoji. He leaned back in his chair. No anger, just silence. His monitor cast blue light over his face. "I build code for cities," he whispered, "but I can't fix this." Typing intensifies.
He mirrored her entire cloud. Pictures, messages, location tags, everything. Saved it all to a drive labeled backup_01.
For days he said nothing, watched, studied. Every time she smiled at her phone, he saw the encryption key behind it. At work, his friend Noah noticed the change. "Man, you look like you haven't slept in a week," Noah said, handing him coffee. Marcus forced a smile. "Just debugging." "At work or at home?" He met Noah's eyes. Same system, different users. They laughed, but it wasn't a joke. 2 weeks later, their anniversary approached. Tessa gushed about an important client dinner she couldn't miss. She promised they'd celebrate the next night.
Marcus said, Sure, I've got a surprise for you anyway.
He bought her a diamond pendant, small, elegant, with a GPS chip the size of a sesame seed hidden behind the clasp. "You're always close to my heart," he said as he fastened it around her neck. She smiled, kissed his cheek, and left.
That night he watched the map on his laptop. The tiny blinking dot moved east, stopped downtown. The screen displayed Hotel Viridian, room 312.
He didn't drive there. He just stared at the coordinates, fingers tracing the trackpad. At 11 p.m., the icon stopped moving. At 11:04, her phone went dark. At 11:05, he whispered, "Session closed." Music fades to low drone. He slept for the first time in months. Morning light spilled through the blinds. Tessa hummed in the kitchen, pretending nothing had changed. She kissed him quickly, said she had to edit content. Marcus watched her leave. His reflection in the window looked foreign, colder, sharper. That's when the idea formed. Not rage, not confrontation, but precision. He spent nights crafting code, editing footage, and syncing data, her public life against her private one. Every vlog clip, every filtered smile, interlaced with recovered messages, screenshots, hotel invoices. He even used her own music, cheerful ukulele and soft piano. He titled the file The Real Routine. At 2 a.m., he scheduled it for upload to her channel, publish at 9 a.m. Then he printed the divorce papers and left them folded beneath her makeup mirror. He stared at the monitor, cursor blinking over the schedule post button.
Automation complete, he said and clicked.
Alarm tone. Phone buzz storm. 9 a.m. Tessa's phone exploded with notifications. She smiled sleepily at first, thinking a video had gone viral. Then she saw the thumbnail, her own face side by side with a blurred image of Eli. Title, The Real Routine. She gasped. No, 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 no. She opened YouTube. Thousands of comments streamed in. Is this real? He deserves better. OMG, she's exposed. She slammed her laptop shut. The phone kept buzzing. Marcus! She screamed. What did you do? But the apartment was silent. On her screen, a final notification popped up. A video message from him. Soft piano under voice recording. Marcus, recorded voice.
You filmed your life, Tessa. I just shared it. The password's your middle name. Change it or don't. Either way, I'm signing out.
She threw the phone. It shattered against the mirror, cracking her reflection into a dozen pieces. Her perfect image, gone. Transition, highway ambience, wind. Marcus drove north with nothing but a duffel bag and a quiet smile. He didn't check the comments, didn't look back. 3 hours later, he met Noah at a roadside cafe. Noah grinned. You look lighter, man.
I deleted everything, Marcus said. Even her Wi-Fi.
They laughed quietly. Later that night, in his new apartment, Marcus unpacked a laptop, plugged it in, and booted up. The system chimed, Welcome to Tessa Free OS. He smiled at the line of code blinking on the screen. Clean, simple, unburdened. Rain began again outside the window, soft and steady. Gentle piano rises. His voice drifted over the closing music.
Revenge doesn't rebuild trust, he said, but it restores balance. Sometimes the last password is the one you never share.